So in today's episode of Stauffer Garage, we are going to be deep cleaning this farm truck. And I mean, it is a true farm truck. They're in the middle of harvesting season, and this thing is literally covered with grease, dirt, gravel, cigarette ash. I mean, this thing is nasty. It needs a true deep clean. So if you guys are new, smash that subscribe button, give this video a huge thumbs up, and let's go ahead and disaster deep clean this truck. Now originally I had planned to do the outside and the inside of this truck, but because the inside was as nasty as it was going to take way too much time than I actually had to get the outside and the inside clean. So once I pressure washed all the door jambs, pressure washed all the dirt off the outside of the car, I went ahead and focused on the dirtiest part of this one, which was the inside. Now the first thing on an interior detail is get all the crap out of the car. So all the floor mats, all of the owner's stuff that's left in the car, I kind of throw it in a box and then put it into the back bed for this one, or put it in the back seat when I return it, and then get out those front seats so that way we get a better idea of how much dirt and staining is underneath those, but also it gives us more area to work in when we're inside the vehicle. Now one cool thing that I did for this video is I actually did a bunch of before and afters throughout the video. Instead of putting them all at the very end, I put them in the beginning and throughout the entire video for you guys, so that way you get to see some of those satisfying shots. So if you guys didn't see in the last video, I'm running a special on foxclean.com, which is my detail and supply site, where if you buy a set of detailing brushes, you get 2 free microfiber towels to go with your order, completely free. So after this video, head on over there, pick up your detail and supplies, and get your car clean. Now when I vacuum, I use 3 different types of tools. I just use the straight hose, I have the carpet type claw tool, and then I have the crevice tool. Using those 3 tools is typically the only ones that I ever use, and there are ones that have brush attachments, but typically for me, I don't ever use those because when I'm going to be using my drill brush and extractor later on, it just doesn't really make sense for me to add that to this because it doesn't do a very good job with cleaning up the dirt over just using these 3 tools and waiting until then to get the rest of the stuff. It's honestly pretty crazy how much dirt and cigarette ash is all over the carpets, because they almost look like they might have been gray in certain spots when in actuality it's tanned throughout the entire interior. But just by vacuuming, I've said it before, most of you guys know that are followers, that vacuuming your vehicle is like 80% of the detail. If you just keep it vacuumed, your car will look awesome. And if you have any staining, you can spot treat, but just vacuuming is like king in my opinion. Now, the owner had these off-the-shelf floor mats on top of the original floor mats, which was nice because those didn't get super dirty and these took the brunt of it. But these are mostly rubber with a very thin layer of carpet, and because it is so thin, the easiest way to take care of these ones was just to pressure wash it clean.
We could be okay, but I dream that we can fly. You wanna go back, you wanna go back to a place where we can hide. You wanna stay there, you wanna stay there, we can leave the pain behind.
Now, this door panel had a ton of grease and tar. I'm not quite sure what this was, but it's some oil-based material. So this is why I chose to use the steam cleaner first and then follow up with an all-purpose cleaner to get the rest of it out. But just using the steam cleaner alone took care of probably 90% of the dirt on this door panel. For this dashboard, I actually cleaned it twice because The first application of all-purpose cleaner and wipe down took care of most of the dirt, but because it just soaked up so much dirt into my microfiber towel that I smeared it at certain points, so I was changing towels constantly. And then I followed up with a second pass to get it completely clean because there was just so much dirt caked on this that just one pass was not going to cut it. I wish I knew what this stuff was that's on this steering wheel and this shifter. It's like, it's not even grease, but it's like almost like a tar, and it won't come off at all without like some serious scrubbing. It takes forever, but I mean, this whole steering wheel changed colors literally, and it's not sticky anymore, which is, yeah, awesome, first off. But second, it just means that all of this, it needs a ton of work to get completely cleaned.
This is the hour, the darkest place.
So I'm not sure how many of you have Ford pickup trucks of this generation, but these chrome bezels on these AC stacks are honestly the biggest pain in the butt because they have these little notches inside of them, like for the gear, and they are super hard to get clean. I had to use a paintbrush and a foam brush to kind of get in between those different grooves, the steam cleaner to kind of blow it out. I mean, it was just a process just to get those clean. So if you guys have any tips, let me know in the comments below because they were a pain in the butt to get cleaned.
Turn on the news, a sad state of affairs. Half the people die while the rest of us are splitting hairs. It's a good world gone bad.
Now this spill that's on this door sill, I'm pretty sure is a dip cup that somebody tipped over, and it got onto the carpet, it got onto the door panel, which the door sill and door panel right there is really easy to clean up. But for that carpet right there, you can honestly use an all-purpose cleaner and a brush to kind of get that surface stain agitated a little bit, and then wipe it clean. For majority of stains, it's kind of like a way to spot treat, but an all-purpose cleaner also does a great job, just like a carpet cleaner would if you're in a pinch. So after vacuuming the leather seats, I'm using a cleaner on the surface with my soft bristle drill brush. And one thing to keep in mind is as you clean leather seats, if you work a certain spot too long or in a certain area, you're going to use your microfiber towel to clean that area off, and your towel might look really dirty. If you do it too much in a certain spot, you're actually going to pull some of that dye from the surface of the actual leather. So if you think there's more dirt, you probably have gotten it already completely clean and you're now just pulling dye. And for a protectant, I'm using the Chemical Guys leather conditioner. I really like this stuff. It gives it a nice new car smell on the inside of a vehicle, and it goes on really well and dries without any sort of slippery, sticky residue at all. Now for the driver's seat, I taped it off in the middle. I'm going to clean half of it for you guys and I'm going to leave the other half dirty. And once I remove the tape, you'll see how much dirt was actually on these seats. Now for the real floor mats in this truck, I'm going to start off by vacuuming them, and then I'm going to soak them with my sprayer to get the pre-treatment on them, and then I'm going to be using my extractor with a post-treatment and hot water to get those completely cleaned. Now the nice thing about cup holders is every car that I've ever worked on, they all typically pop right out, which makes them a lot easier to work on outside of the vehicle to make sure you get every single side of them completely cleaned. Now for the carpets inside the truck, I'm actually using the same pre-treatment that I used on the floor mats outside of the truck. And this is a nice pre-treatment because it comes in powdered form and you just mix it with hot water in your sprayer. And it does a good job of breaking down any organic matter, dirt or mud, but also it does a good job with breaking down any oily based products as well. It's probably the top cleaning product I've ever found for when it comes to cleaning inside trucks or cars. Now for this section of the carpet, it was actually a lot of cigarette ash that was coated this area, so it wasn't showing a ton of dirt in the extractor, but just by spraying it, agitating with the drill brush, and extracting it, the carpet was brand new. So this is probably one of the easiest portions of this truck to get cleaned. Now, like the door sill, I think this is still another dip cup that got spilled here. And honestly, if I never pulled out the seat, I would have never realized that those stains were there. So that is one of the reasons why I like to pull out the seats on any detail that I do. Now for this rear bench, I'm doing the same process as the front seats where I vacuum them, wipe them down with my cleaner, and then protect them with my conditioner. Now, one of the areas of any car or truck I work on that I really take a lot of care with is the windows themselves, because I hate when glass gets streaks. So I'm using my invisible glass along with their reach tool to get into every little part of every window, including the dashboard. It really helps with, you know, giving yourself some leverage when you're inside the car. And then I like to always wipe down with a second microfiber towel to make sure that there are no streaks with inside the windows. Now, when it comes to any smells inside your car or truck, or any sort of bugs or anything that's living like mold or anything like that, ozone generators do a really good job at taking care of all of those things. So for this truck, because it was smoked in and had a little bit of a smell, I went ahead and set my ozone generator for about 50 minutes, let it sit inside the truck with all of the windows completely closed except for one just a little bit, and then I had the truck with the AC on running with recirculation mode. That way all that ozone pulls inside all those air vents, but also keeps it within the vehicle and has a way to vent as well.
Almost done.
So after you guys have seen all these before and after shots, let me know in the comments below what was your favorite part of this transformation, because for me personally, that center console area with the AC, the radio, and those cup holders, I think that transformation and that much dirt being removed was probably my favorite part. But also, I need you guys to let me know in the comments below too, are you guys car people or truck people? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.